We are just about a month out from our next Las Vegas trip, and this is about the time when we get a little obsessed. We start planning, we start thinking about what we're going to pack, what we're going to do, where we're going to eat, all of those good things. I want to talk about my book bags, or my backpacks, because I'm not putting books in them. This MIER bag I have had for a while. And it's actually a cooler, I think, on Amazon, and we'll put the links to these items down below, but it's a cooler bag. I think it said that it holds like 24 cans. I bought this originally because I wanted something to keep my drinks cold while I was walking the Vegas Strip. It's really come in handy, and it's held up very nicely. Some things that I like best about it are the straps are padded. So when you're walking long distances and carrying kind of heavier things, it keeps your shoulders more comfortable. It holds its shape better. You know, it's going to protect things that you put inside. I like the compartments on the front. Pretty easy access to things that I use regularly, and I'll show you a little bit more about what I typically pack in these. And of course you have your pouches on the side for water bottles or phones or tissues, whatever you need easier access to without actually getting in the bag. This VenturePal I recently purchased for our last trip to Horseshoe Casino. And the reason I bought it was because I wanted something a little more flexible, and I wanted something that had some hidden compartments. We don't have to worry about that in Vegas because you can pretty much bring whatever you want wherever you want, as long as it's legal. But sometimes in the other casinos you can't. So that's what I bought this for. I was hoping that maybe I could use it in Vegas, but I'm not really sure how it's going to work out because unlike the MIER, the straps are not really padded. So I think with weight on my back, it's not going to be as comfortable. I'm not sure how well it's going to hold up to things like that. Some similarities though. I mean, it does have the side compartments where we can keep our water and things we need easy access to. It does have a front compartment, but unlike the MIER, it's kind of just, you know, just one big hole. So my stuff's going to get kind of lost in there. I don't really think I'm going to be able to use it quite like I can. These two compartments here, I mean, this has, what do you call this? Whatever that is, catch-all, to keep your stuff from falling out. And then, you know, this is where usually I keep my notebook and my pens. However, things that this has that the other doesn't, this is a wet pouch in the back. And it actually comes into the center compartment of the bag. So if you're carrying liquids, or alternatively, if you're carrying things you don't want to get wet, you could put them in here. That's probably where I would put camera equipment, any of our power banks, if I want to stick my phone in there just to make sure it doesn't get wet if I'm also carrying some water or alcohol in the main compartment. The other nice thing about this, and because it is, I think, advertised as kind of like a hiking pack, there's an expandable area on the bottom where you can store, well, they say it's for shoes to keep them away from the other stuff. But in our case, if you wanted to pack your drinks on the bottom so they're away from everything else and or hidden a little bit, you could do that. Like I said, it is expandable. It's kind of like luggage, and you never know which zipper to unzip. This is the part you unzip for to expand it out. So I think that's probably like 3 inches of extra space that you can put in there. So you can actually fit shoes if you wanted to. So as far as Vegas is concerned, and in particular, my experience at casinos, this bag, when I take it off my back to sit at a slot machine or a video poker machine, it's going to kind of collapse, and it's not going to take up as much space. Of course, whatever, you know, that depends on the contents of the bag, but it's generally going to give. So I'm more comfortable sitting at the machines with this in my lap. Whereas with this one, which is, like I said, the one that I have been using, it's on my lap like a baby. I mean, there's no moving it around. So I generally put it on the floor next to the machine, maybe wrap my leg in the strap so that it's a little more secure if it has valuables in it especially. So that's one thing that I do prefer about this VenturePal. But again, I'm a little worried about the straps as far as comfort goes because we do walk a lot. The other purchase that we've made over the past couple years that has been just so wonderful, these little collapsible wine bottles. The first thing I like to use this for when we're traveling is water at the airport because you can't get liquids through security. You can take this empty bottle through security and then fill it up at their little water filling stations. It's very flat, so you can easily fit it in your travel bag. Then you can have extra water on the flight, which I never think they give you enough water, so I like to have lots of water with me on the flight. When we get to Vegas or wherever we're going, you can fill them. They usually come, mine came in a pack of 4. So we usually fill a couple with water for our walks on the strip, and we might fill, the other 2 with alcohol of our choice so that in the case that we don't get served at the casino, we have a little backup. And they do usually come with a little handy dandy funnel, which is also collapsible, so very easy to travel with.